Guys, today I bring you all the information regarding the third major and the final rebalance in Modern Warships. This time for the Tier 3 aviation, including the helicopters, drones, strike fighters, bombers, the laser-guided missiles, and the visibility systems. Okay, so let's start with the laser-guided missiles. Remember that in the previous rebalance, the devs increased the durability of all the laser-guided missiles, but for some strange reason, these changes weren't applied to the global update because it was an error. Now, after all the feedback of the community, they made some changes. Here we have all the laser-guided missiles, the X-51, the High-Flight 2 nuclear missile, HVGP block, and the DF-15V. Keep in mind that this is the laser-guided missile that is locked to the Changyang. And yeah, basically they increased the durability of all the missiles, no significant changes. With the damage, it was a good buff. Keep in mind that they can't increase the durability a lot because these missiles are not affected by the flares, okay? So the X-51 was increased from 15 to 75. Also, they increased the overall speed and the guidance for all the lasers, okay? As you can see, it's the same change here. Look, the DF-15V from 120 to 200 points of durability. High-Flight 2 from 30 to 110 points of durability. The High-Flight 2 nuclear missile from 60 to 150. And the HVGP Block 1, which in my opinion is one of the best lasers because of their reload time. The durability was increased from 40 to 100 points. As you can see, the highest durability is for the DF-15V since it is a locked missile. 200 points, it is a lot. So far I think these are good changes. Please comment below your opinion about the laser guided missiles. Now, here we have interesting changes with the visibility. I mean, these are changes that make sense. For example, look. The smaller the actual size of the ship, the harder it is to detect it, and the larger the actual size of the ship, the greater its view range. I mean, it is common sense. If your ship is small, it will be harder for the enemy to detect you, and if you're using a battleship or an aircraft carrier and you're moving, you will be an easy target to be detected by the enemy radars. The movement penalty has been reduced on average from 30% to 17% for all the ships. The movement penalty has been reduced on average from 30% to 17% for all the ships. Keep in mind that basically the movement penalty depends on the speed of your warship. The faster you go, the easier that it will be for the enemies to detect you. Fire penalties have been reworked for all ship weapons. The new standard pattern for fire penalty determination is based on the single projectile's actual damage. The lower the projectile's damage, the lower the fire penalty. Which is the fire penalty? Basically, when you fire your weapons, the enemies will be able to detect you in the radar. The lower the projectile's damage, the lower the fire penalty. It actually means that if you're using a battleship cannon, the fire penalty will be extremely high. Here we have the new visibility stats for the aviation. For example, with the helicopters, we will have the lowest visibility. Keep in mind that there's an interesting update with the helicopters after this rebalance. Now, with every single helicopter of the game, you will be able to respawn at least 2 times. 2 times or more, okay? For example, if you are using a helicopter like the C-18F, which is a powerful torpedo spammer and you get destroyed, you will have the opportunity to respawn using the same helicopter. That's crazy, guys. It is awesome. And the medium view range. The fighter, low visibility, high view range. Strike fighter, high visibility, medium view range. The drone, medium visibility, and the medium view range. The bomber, highest visibility, and the high view range. This is important information if you're an aircraft carrier user. Cooldowns for all aircraft, tiers 1 to 3, have been reworked based on their class. Strike fighter increased from 30 to 40 seconds. Helicopter increased from 10 to 30 seconds. Drone decreased from 30 to 25 seconds. Bomber decreased from 30 to 25 seconds. And the fighter decreased from 30 to 20 seconds. A new air electronic warfare has been added to most tier 3 aircraft. Look, with all these planes, you will be able to use the electronic warfare. Look, more than 100. This is what I told you. All the helicopters can now get an additional ammo count upgrade. All the drones can now get up to 2 ammo count upgrade. Okay, interesting. Tier 3 aircraft HP has been rebalanced. New average values per squad, including rebalanced aircraft units. Okay, so basically this is a general example. The strike fighter remains at 18,150 points. The helicopters increased from 8,200 to 10,900 points. As you can see, plus 33%. The drone increased from 12,500 to 13,600, plus 9%. The bomber increased from 16,700 to 18,300 points, plus 9.5%. Fighter increased from 10,100 to 14,500 points, plus 43.5%. Keep in mind that they are talking about base durabilities here. As you can see here, we have a detailed list of some of the strike fighters. I mean, we can talk about all the strike fighters because we are not going to finish today, but we can talk about the most important ones. For example, the Divine Eagle, they increased the base durability from 6,100 to 7,000 points, almost 1,000 points of difference. The Strike Switch, okay, only a few hundreds, from 8,750 points to 9,000 points. Okay, but not all the strike fighters. I noticed this. Also the durability of the helicopters, as you can see. Here we have a bunch of helicopters with an increased durability. Look, this is interesting. For the drones, Remora X and Camcopter S100 increased base durability from 5,000 to 9,000 points. Also, they increased maneuverability, increased recon data time, increased the base durability for the camcopter from 4,000 to 8,500 points, increased max speed, maneuverability, recon data time. Okay, that's interesting. Also the Guntaur, they increased durability for all these drones, helicopters, Merlin, oh boy, interesting changes here. Even the C6B was buffed. Look, they increased the durability and the recon data time. Keep in mind that I'm showing you the durability buff, but also all the weapons of the helicopters, bombers and strike fighters were buffed. I'm talking about the machine guns, cannons, missiles, torpedoes, bombs, everything. Even the laser-guided missiles of the strike fighters and the bombers. Here we have the new durability of the bombers. This is the base durability, as you can see. Now is way higher for every single bomber of the game, as you can see, almost all the bombers, without exception, and the fighters too. Now, here we have the weapons. Keep in mind that there are weapons that are equipped in more than one strike fighter. For example, this weapon that is equipped in the MiG-41M, the Su-57B Felon, the Su-57M, even the Checkmate, okay? They increased the max speed from 545 knots to 584 knots. Okay, so many weapons. To be honest, there are weapons that I don't even know. Look, the Black Plague, Pen Special Jackknife, everything was buffed with this update. I'm gonna share you the link, so if you want to check the detailed list with the description of all the weapons, you will be able to do it by yourself. Look, even the weapons of the Phenom helicopter. Oh man, that's awesome. The durability of the Zircon missile that is equipped in the Baghdad and the Octonic was increased from 20 to 70 points. Okay, that's awesome. Look, the weapons of the kill switch were buffed. Only the overall speed of these two missiles. X-51 of the MQ-20 Avenger decreased reload time from 14 seconds to 12 seconds. Interesting. It's insane they buffed the weapons of the Wingman drone. Also, look, the weapons of the Vegan, one of the best strike fighters of the game. The durability of these missiles was increased. Look, even the torpedoes that are equipped in some strike fighters, helicopters and the drones were buffed. Look, the damage and the durability of these torpedoes was increased. It's insane. Also, the air defenses of some bombers, for example the 295 MSB or the 222 M3M, and even the B-52H Stratofortress, we have that tailgun that can destroy both strike fighters and even missiles. And yeah, basically they increased the damage of these air defenses, also the detonation radius, the fire range, everything. Ooh, interesting. We have to try all of these. So far, those are the most important changes. I want to read your comments. What do you guys think about this major rebalance? Do you think this will improve the game? And which other changes would you like to see in the future? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more gameplays, tutorials and news about Modern Warships.